Okay, these are the work solutions for the February test for 11BG. I've started this once already and got interrupted, so I'm afraid I've got some workings done, but I'll go through them again in blue quickly. O to A is A, O to B is B, that's what that says. It's a parallelogram, so you know that this bit is the same as that bit, and that bit is the same as that bit. So C to A will be twice the distance of vector A, which is 2A. B to A is minus B plus A. Got that wrong last time. Minus B plus A, or A minus B. Now B to C is going to be minus B minus A, which I've written there. There, a bit clearer. Okay, X is a point such that O to X equals 2A minus B. Find an expression for the term A to X. Right, I know that A to X is going to be equal to A to O, which I know I can get from A to O, plus O to X. Now X isn't on my diagram, but I've been told here what O to X is. So here I can write down A to X is going to be equal to A to O, which is minus A, plus O to X, which is 2A minus B. And that will simplify. Minus A plus 2A is just 1A. So it's A minus B. Okay, that blue pen's extremely hard to write in, so I'll switch to green now. So I had minus A plus B. B, A and X lie on a straight line. Explain why. Well, B to A from above, B to A is minus A plus B. And A to X also, sorry, that's not minus A plus B. That was the wrong answer, it's A minus B. A minus B. And A to X equals A minus B. Therefore, same direction, and starting 1 at endpoint of other. That's not the best explanation, but it'll do. Okay, let's go to question 2. OAB is a triangle. N is the point on AB such that A to N to B is 3 to 1. So that's worth 3 units, that's worth 1 unit. So in total I've got 4 units going down this edge here. Let's just quickly highlight the things I know. 2A and 4B, so that's the directions I can do at the minute. Here we go. Find A to B in terms of A and B. A to B. Well, I can't go down there because I don't know what that is, but I do know this one. So it's going to be minus 2A plus 4B, which I'd probably write as 4B minus A. Sorry, 2A. Okay. Find O to N in terms of A and B. Give your vector in its simplest form. Got to get from O to N. I can get from A to B, so A to N will be 3/4 of A to B. So let's write A to N is equal to 3/4 of A to B. Now I've chosen that because I already know what A to B is. I just worked it out down here. And A to N is just 3/4 of that. Now, O to N is going to be equal to O to A plus A to N. Okay. O to A, I know, is 2A. A to N I've just said a to n is 3/4 of a to b. So it's 3/4 of a to b I've worked out as 4b minus 2a. There we go. Don't forget the plus. I now need to do a little bit of timesing out of this equation here. So I've still got 2a. 3/4 times 4 is just 3. It's going to be plus 3b. And then I've got minus 3/4 of 2. So just over here for you. 3/4 times 2 is going to be 6 over 4, which cancels to be 3 over 2. So it's going to be 3 over 2a. 3/4 times 2, I just did there. 3/4 times 2 comes out to be that. Okay. 2a minus here 3/2a. If we think about 2, take away 1 1/2, we're left with a half, which gives me 3b minus a half a. So that is what O to n is. Okay. Right. Write these numbers in order of size, starting with the smallest. I'm just going to label them A, B, C, and D. I always find out a good way to start these questions. Right, 5 to the minus 1, that's the same as 1 over 5, 1/5. 0.5, I'm going to leave as 0.5. Minus 5, minus 5, 5 to the 0 will be 1. Okay, let's go then. The smallest of those numbers is, no, I disagree with this, but in the exam they say that minus 5 is smaller than 1/5. I actually think 1/5 is smaller, but hey. Minus 5 is the smallest, so I need C. The next smallest is going to be minus 5 would be my 5th, because that would be 0.2. So that's A. The next one smallest is B. And then finally 1, which is D. So C is minus 5, comma, A, 5 to the minus 1, comma, 0.5, comma, and D was 5 to the 0. Right. Write down the value of 7 to the 0. Anything to the 0 equals 1. Write down the value of 5 to the minus 1. That's a reciprocal. 1 over 5. 1/5. 9 to the half is the same as the square root of 9, which is 3. Okay, question number 5. Rationalize the denominator and give your answer in its simplest form. Rationalize the denominator means I can't have the square root on the bottom there, so I need to times the bottom by the square root of 31. But I can also do some simplifying here first. So I'm going to simplify the top first, and to do that I'm going to use the grid method. 6 minus root 5, 6 plus root 5. Didn't matter which way around I wrote that, whether it was a minus 1 up here and the plus 1 down here, or the plus and the minus there, just the same. And times in 6 sixes are 36. That's going to be minus 6 root 5. This will be plus 6 root 5. Now root 5 times root 5 would be 5. So plus times a minus, so it's a minus. Plus, let's actually write it all out, 36 plus 6 root 5 minus 6 root 5 minus 5. They cancel out. 6 root 5 take away 6 root 5 is 0. 36 take 5 is 31. So all of the top is 31. So I can quickly write down here that 6 minus root 5 bracket 6 plus root 5 all over root 31 is the same as 31 over root 31. Now I haven't finished because I haven't rationalized the denominator. To do that I need to get rid of the square root, so I'm going to times the bottom by the square root of 31. If I do that I must times the top by the square root of 31. That leaves me with 31 root 31 divided by, well, the square root of 31 times the square root of 31 is indeed 31. Now that 31 and that 31 there cancel, leaving me with root 31. That's my answer. Make it clear down here. Answer, root 31. Okay. Find a value of 5 to the 0. Anything to the 0, as we've done so many times, is 1. To the fractional power, 27 to the third is the same as the cube root of 27. So what times what times what gives me 27, and the what's got to be the same. 3 times 3 is 9 times 3 is 27. Answer 3. Find the value of 3 to the minus 3. That's the same as the reciprocal of 2 to the 3. The minus just puts it under 1. Now 2 to the 3 you can do, that's 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. So the answer is 1/8. Question 7. Rationalize the denominator. Again, we can do this fairly straightforward. That just means I cannot have a square root on the bottom. So I need to times by the square root of 2 to cancel out the square root there. If I times the bottom by the square root of 2, I must times the top by the square root of 2. And that will give me 5 root 2 divided by root 2 times root 2 is just 2. That's my answer. Okay, expand and simplify. This is a nice one. Okay, we've got 2 plus root 3 squared. Take away 2 minus root 3 squared. Okay, I'm going to do that using the table technique. So 2 plus root 3, sorry, I meant to say the grid technique. 2 plus root 3, 4 plus 2 root 3, 2 root 3, root 3 times root 3 is just 3. So from this side here, I've got 4 plus 2 root 3 and 2 root 3 is 4 root 3. 4 root 3 plus 3, which would actually give me 7 plus 4 root 3. That's for this bit here. Now go on to the other half of it. So 2 minus root 3 minus root 3. 4 minus 2 root 3 minus 2 root 3. 3 times 3. Sorry, root 3 times root 3 is 3, and minus times a minus is a plus, so it's plus 3 again. Be careful there. Writing that out here, I've now got 4 minus 4 root 3 minus 2 and another minus 2 there, plus 3. That's going to give me 7 minus 4 root 3. Okay. So I've got 4 root 3 here and minus 4 root 3 here. And if I look at this question here, they were taking each other away. 7 minus 7 is 0. 4 root 3 minus 4 root 3, no it's not, it's 4 root 3 minus 4 root 3 would be plus 8 root 3. So the answer should be plus 8 root 3. Okay. Express 5 root 20, sorry, question 8. I'm not sure what's going on there. Sorry, that's better. Okay, hopefully that's going to work. 5 square root of 27 in the form n root 3, where n is a positive integer. This is basically just simplifying that there. They're giving you some guidance as to how they want to see it in the end. So 5 root 27. You know you've got to end up with root 3. That's going to be 5 square root of. Now how can you do 3 times something in there to give you 27? Well, 3 times 9 is 27. So that's the same as 5 times the square root of 3 times the square root of 9. Well, you know what the square root of 9 is. It's 3. So it's 5 times 3 times the square root of 3, which will give you 15 root 3. Okay. 21. Sorry, rationalize the denominator of 21 over root 3. Again, rationalize means you can't have that square root on the bottom. I need to times the bottom by root 3, but that means I must times the top by root 3. On the top, 21 root 3. On the bottom, root 3 times root 3 is 3. Now it looks like you're done, but be careful. because a 21 and a 3 can cancel. 21 divided by 3 is 7, so the answer is 7 root 3. Just like you would have said 21 divided by 3, how many 3's in 21? 7. That's how that's done. Okay, the last question I'm going to do. Complete the table of values for y equals 2x minus 1. Okay, so we are x squared, double it, take away 1. Start with the positive numbers. 2 squared is 4. Double it, 8. Take away the 1, 7. Okay, now look, you got a 7 there as well, and a 7 there as well. It's a quadratic. There's going to be some form of symmetry here. I'm just going to plot the points I've got minus 2 and 7. Sorry, the graph paper was so bad. That's there. And I've also got 2 and 7, which is there. Well, it's going to have to be symmetrical here, isn't it? So some big answers here. So 1, 1, 1 along, 1 up. It's going to have to be the same as minus 1 there. So you could just do it by reading the graph off. 0, I've got to find out where the minimum point here is, a 0 point. 0 squared is 0 times 2 is 0, take 1 is minus 1. So I've got 0 minus 1. And then finally, I could use the symmetry of the graph to find this value, or we could do it properly. Minus 1 squared is plus 1 times 2 is 2. 2 take away 1 is 1. There. I've now got my graph, so I'm going to try and draw a nice smooth curve through those points there. I'm not too happy about where that is at the minute. It doesn't feel quite right somehow. It is in the right place, and that is minus 2, 7. That's the right place. Okay, so let's just go for a nice smooth curve through the points. Back up again. Not too bad, a little kink there, but that's fine. Okay, use your graph to write down estimates for the solutions of the equation 2x minus 1 equals 0. Now you've got the graph here, y, 2x squared minus 1 equals y, and all they've done is replace that y with a 0. So all you've got to do is look at where y is 0. Where y is 0, of course, on the x-axis, so it's along that line there. So where does it equal 0? There and there. And looking carefully on the graph there, that's going to be 1, that's 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, 0.10, so 0.8, I reckon 0.75 that is. So I'm going to write 0.75 for one of them, and going backwards, going to be exactly the same, minus 0.75. Okay, or, that's my two answers. Just a little thing here, it's not actually a question on the paper, but had the question asked you for 2x squared minus 1 equals 4, in that case, you've got the equation written already for you here, y equals 2x minus 1, but here you want it to be 4, so they replace the y with the 4. So you just look for where y is 4. Well, y is 4 anywhere along this line here. So your two solutions would be there and there. They would be your 2x values. Okay, that wasn't part of the question, but very often I see people struggling with that question, so I thought I'd just show you quickly. Okay, that's it. Hope that's been helpful to you.